Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? It's your boy, Pastor Ron, and welcome to Game Day Gospel. I thank you very much for joining on a Friday, Football Friday, as we preview the last game before the international break. And it's crazy to say it's a big game. It's a big game for Man U. It's a big game for the Red Devils, man. When we talk about that in a little bit, we switch gears to American football. NFL. Am I talking about the Giants because they're trash? And talk about the Jets, you Jets fans who are also listening because they're trash. So we'll just do a very quick synopsis of week. I think it's week 11, week 10 of the NFL. But let's talk about European with the World Football Game in soccer and our beloved team, Manchester United. Like I said, it's a big game. There's no other way to put it. There's no other way to explain it. We can't give up on this season as much as this is difficult, and it's a tough season, a tough year, a lot of tears, a lot of pain. But we're only 2 games off of Arsenal, who is currently in 4th. 4 points off of Villa, who's in 5th. There's possibly a fifth place Champions League spot. We have reason to maybe think things are going to get better. It can't get no worse. It cannot get no worse off of Copenhagen and the Champions League. Now that we're playing less games, because we out the Carabao Cup, that will give us a chance to rest up and heal up and prepare ourselves for a league run. That's what we have to hold on for. Of course, our stupid manager sits here and talks about positives, and it's such a loser talk with this guy. Like you can't take anything positive out of blowing a 2-goal lead, a 2-0 lead, and 3-2 league in the Champions League against Copenhagen, guys. Copenhagen. So freaking just go shut up. Don't do any more pressers. Don't do any more interviews because you sound like an idiot. We can't. There are no positives. We lost. And those that sit here and say, look at all those who are complaining about the squad and the starting 11. Look how well they played the first 10 minutes. We all knew, even if Rashford was not sent off, the game wasn't going to be that easy. We knew it took a while for Copenhagen to get themselves together, and it would have been a whole new ball game. So cut the crap. Don't use 10 minutes of play to sit here and say how well things gone, because why would losing? Because to be honest with you, we started playing bad once Johnny Evans left. That threw everything off, and Varane came in. Varane, see, one of the guys I want to talk about today is Raphael Varane. Varane is a guy I admire. I wasn't too crazy about his signing because I didn't think he could start for us on a regular basis. I thought he'll be like Casemiro, a rotational guy, a guy that comes in, plays, once every couple of weeks. He plays in the Carabao Cup. He plays in those big games, but he's not a consistent guy playing 40, 50 games a year for us. Not our main guy. And I thought that he wouldn't be that guy. And I really think that he is checked out of the club. Because low key, Ten Hag has been held disrespectful against him. The fact that he benched him against Man City for tactical reasons, and he consistently started Johnny Evans before him, that's bad disrespectful. So I feel like he has a level of disconnect. He's probably pissed off and checked out. And he's like, you know what? Frick this team. Frick this coach. Frick this, bro. So guy's a Champions League winner. He's a professional. He's a World Cup winner. This guy is a guy that's a professional. And for this freaking JV junior varsity college coach to come in and disrespect Varane is crazy. Is crazy, guys. It's crazy for us to see that and think that's okay. And I think that affects them. Yeah, like I don't want to hear this. They're professionals. They gotta deal with it and be able to just play. Man, you're humans. If you put yourself in that, when you have your credentials and done what you've done, for you to sit here and have this coach that knows nothing to disrespect you in this sense, come on, how would you act, bro? You at your job, have some snot nosed guy come and tell you what's going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? That is something that we would sit here and be upset about. So I kind of get them. You know, again, I'm not making excuses. I'm not a player apologist, but I'm also sitting here and saying, you know what, like this is kind of crazy what's being done, and people are just human. They could take but so much. They could deal with but so much when it comes to what they deal with. So I just wanted to touch on that. So I think for Ron, they talk about him going to the Saudis. Yo, deuces, bro, get out of here. You know, do us a favor. Do us a favor and go to the Saudis. Him, you could take Bruno with you. You could take who else you want to take? Anthony. Listen, you could take. I don't care. Take the whole entire squad for Christ's sake, so you can sit there and learn how to and us adjust. And because right now the word is during the international break, the new, I guess, ownership or Sir Jim Ratface is going to be able to sit here and take over. He's taking over 25% of the club, and I'm not a guy that talks about Glazers out. That's not. They're spending money, bro. They're spending money. They're spending money on their squad, so we can't sit here and talk about Glazers out. Yeah, there's structural issues. I agree. But despite the structural issues, we have enough talent to beat Copenhagen. So the Glazers are not the reason why we lost. The Glazers aren't the reason why we are where we are. So let's cut it out. But hopefully, new energy, new direction. Hopefully, a place where we'll have better structure might help us out, and it should be interesting. Because, like I said, I'm not a Glazers out person. I really don't care. I do, want some new energy and new direction in the club. So I definitely agree with that. But I think we put too much emphasis on what the Glazers are doing. So let's go through this. Hold on. Let's go through this. All right. Let me pull this up. So we talk about Glazers out and money and money. Let's go squad wages. EPL squad wages, excuse me. So the top 20, the bottom is Luton, the team that we play. Their annual wages is 24.5 mil. They pay out $472K a week in wages. All right. So let's go top 10 in wages in the EPL. Number 10, we have Everton. Everton pays 1.508 mil a week in wages, $78 million a year in wages, right? So that's decent. Their most expensive player is Jordan Pickford, $125K a week, 6.5 M's a year. That's their highest paid player. Next, we have Newcastle, a team that slapped us up. Right, Newcastle, their annual wages is 84 mil. They pay 1.625 a week. That's crazy. To get that kind of production over 84 mil, man, that's impressive, bro. Their highest paid player. Oh, that's my guy, my favorite player on that team. Bruno, he gets paid $160K a week, 8.32 a year. That's our guy. I know Arsenal knows about him very, very well. He played such a great game last game. Oh my God, tremendous performance this last game by my boy Bruno. So they are number 9 in the EPL. Number 8 is West Ham. West Ham, their annual wages is 94 mil. Pay 1.8 per week. Highest paid player on West Ham is Lucas, 150K a week, 7.85, 7.8 a year. That's decent. Surprise. I mean, I don't know if this is surprising. Number 7 is Tottenham. Tottenham is 2.17 a week, 112 mil a year. A year in wages. Their highest paid player, not surprising, is Son. Son makes 190K a week, 9.8 a year. See, guys like this. These the guys we need. You see guys like Son. Yo, this guy's a baller too. What's this guy? This guy here, Pedro Porro. See, guys, 23 years old, 85K a week, bro. 4.4 a year. These the hitters that we need, bro. These the guys who are balling. They got Madison on 170K a week, 8.8 mil. This is the reason why they play so hard, bro. These hitters, they gotta eat. They gotta eat, fam. Freaking A. That guy Porro's a baller, bro. Baller. Had mad decent service into the box the last game against Chelsea. 85K a week, bro. Freaking A, man. 104K. I mean, he's not broke, but in terms of athletes, that's 104K a year in US dollars. So that's those guys they tend to fall into place. Number 6 is Villa. Villa is number 6 in wages. They pay 117 million annually, 2.25 weekly. Their highest paid player is Telemans. Yo, and Ball don't even get no burn. He gets 150 mil. I'm sorry, 150K a week. 7.8 a year. Him and Kamara. Boubacar Kamara gets the same thing, 150. It's not Watkins. It's not those guys. What's the other guy? It's not Bailey, but Yardies. Yardies are just different. They ain't used to making money, so I thought it'll be Luis. Nah, Luis only makes 75K, 3.9 a year. So that's interesting. So they got a couple of bad contracts on that squad. Next, number 5. Now we got the big dogs. Number 5, I'm not surprised because how their team moves and et cetera. Number 5, we have the Pool. The Pool current weekly wages is 2.62 million with an annual of 136, right? Liverpool, they get the most out their contracts. Obviously, the top paid player is Salah. Salah's at 350K a week, 18.2 a year. And then Van Dijk is at 220. That's actually a bargain. Van Dijk at 220, making 11.4. Thiago's at 200K, 10.4 mil. Trent is at 180, 9.3. Everybody else is pretty much at 150 or below. Yo, this guy right here, this guy from Hungary, Dominic Szoboszlai, 22. He's 22. Frick out of here, bro. Frick out of here, man. That is the best signing in a very long time. Dominic Szoboszlai from Hungary, 120K a week, 6.24. 22 years old. Freaking A. He's going to be giving us issues. Yo, see? Here's my guy. You see, I've been saying this for a long time. What kind of guy we need? Luis Diaz, 55K a week. 55K a week. Obviously, he's not crying broke. Am I saying these guys ain't got no bread? 55K a week. They find a way of being able to sit here and maximize the most out of their teams. Next up on our list, number 4 squad wages, we have Chelsea. 2.987 mil a week. 155 million, 0.3 million a year in wages alone. So let's see, the highest paid player, not too surprising, Raheem Sterling with 325K, 16.9 M's a year. Reece James, 250, 13 M's. I mean, no one's really crazy when it comes to wages. Fofana is next, which is, he's hurt, 200K, 10.4. Enzo's making 180K, 9.36 M's. Caicedo's making 150, 7.88 mil. As much as these guys have gone crazy, there's no one on a ridiculous contract. I mean, Sterling's only 28 years old. Frick out of here, bro. 28. Frick. I thought he was on his way to the MLS. He's been in the game for a while. Jeez, but yeah, he's that's the next. So Chelsea. I haven't shared our club yet. Number 3, the boys out the Emirates, 3.193 M's a week, 166 M's. Let's see who's their top earner. Guess who's the top earner? Guess who makes the most money at Arsenal, guys? Guess who makes the most money at Arsenal? Kai Havertz. 280K a week. 14.5 M's a year. Next comes Jesus at 265. Yeah, that's a lot of money for a guy who's always hurt. Declan Rice, who should be the highest paid player, is 240, 12.48 a year. I said Jesus, right? Jesus is at 265K a week. Odegaard is now at 240. Partey at 200 a week. Saka at 195. Saliba at 190. Martinelli at 180. Homeboy is not happy. What's that other guy? Gabriel only at 100K. I think he's due for a new contract, and I think he might leave. They say he might leave to Spain, but he's making 100. A lot. I mean, I don't think anything is too crazy. It's kind of a good balance with a lot of guys who are, earning a lot and producing a lot. So just their best contract is Trossard for 90K at 4.68. So that's the third highest wages in Arsenal. So the top 2 teams are out of the same city. Number 2, Manchester City. 3.85 million a week in wages, 200 million a year in annual wages. I believe I'm gonna bet that their top wage earner has to be KDB. Yep, De Bruyne is making 400K a week. That translates to $20.8 million a year. Haaland at 375. Silva, Grealish at 300K a week. John Stones at 250. Foden, okay, young ball. He is chilling. Imagine being 23 years old and like Foden home, bringing in 225K a week, bro. Oh my God. 23 years old is chilling. Haaland's at 375. Oh my God. Diaz. Where's Rodri? Jeez, he's not even on this list. He's not on this list. I don't see his I'm sorry, he's right there. My bad. Right behind Foden at 220. To me, their most valuable player, man. 220 a week. Man, Doku sitting here at 50K, a bargain. Alvarez, my guy, 100K a week, a bargain. Who else you got? Ederson, their goalie, 100K a week, bargain. And next we have the boys at Old Trafford. This is the reason why we can't blame the Glazers, right? Because they're pumping money, right? So before I go into their structure, right? I shared top 10, right? I didn't go to top 10. So we had Everton, weekly wages 1.5 mil, 78 mil a year. So let's go to Manchester United, number 1, with a bullet. 3.976 mil a week in wages. Annual wages on players, $207 million a year. The highest wages in the EPL. Guess who's our highest paid player, guys? Guess who is our highest paid player? Take a guess. Casemiro, bro. 31 years old, 350K a week. 18 mil a year. You know who's number 2, guys? Knock knees, heel to toe, Raphael Varane. 340. 17.68 million a year. So you're telling me that we had to really negotiate this and say, you know what? There's a big market for Casemiro. There's a big market for Varane. Real really wanted these guys when they had freaking Chuchemeni and freaking all these other guys playing over there now. So there was a real market. We had to pry them away from Real because Real really wanted these guys. The frick out of here, bro. Glazers want. They're paying the money. You got Casemiro on $350K, Varane on $340K, Rashford on $300K. Mason, I can't play a game for the team. I still gotta fight my spot on the team because I'm hurt. Mason Mount $250, Martial $250. What did Martial do to deserve $250? Sancho chilling at home, brown paper bag and Uber eating it with $250 a year. Bruno $240, Anthony $200, Maguire $190, Luke Shaw $150K a week, Erickson $150K a week. This is what pisses me off right here. Denny Van de Beek $120K, bro. Can't even make the freaking Champions League squad. Van der Beek, bro. $120K, 6.2 M's a year. Frick out of here, bro. I'm about to bust a gasket with this team, bro. That's the problem, guys. That's the issue, bro. When you guys want to say Glazers out, they're spending the money. They're spending the money. They're spending the money bad, but these are the guys. They're saying, listen, you're the football guys. We give you the cash. You spend the money accordingly. Are you saying we need better football guys? I could agree with that. But listen, if you put Pastor Ron, sporting director of Man U, I'm not getting Casemiro for 350 M's, bro. I'm not getting Varane for 350K a week. I'm not signing Varane for 340K a week. You could chill. Mason Mount, listen, let me tell you something. I'm not fighting for you. I have a price, 30 M's. You don't want them, let them sit. I get them for free next year. I'm not beat, bro. I'm not beat for this, man. So you can't say Glazers out when they sit and spend the money. Casemiro's the third highest salary in football. He makes the same amount of money as Salah. Varane's number 5 in EPL. Ahead of Sterling, Silva, Grealish. What do you the 12th highest paid player in the EPL? I'm gonna give you 3 names. Martial, Sancho, and Mount. They're tied for number 12, bro. Making the same amount of money than Reece James and John Stone. Making more money than freaking Declan Rice and Odegaard and them boys. Making more money than Van Dijk and Partey. The frick out of here. What's the issue with Glazers, bro? Stop making excuses for this team, bro. Stop. Freaking, we're not playing right. We're not putting ourselves in the right positions to win, man. And a freaking now must-win game versus Luton. So we're sitting here, man, and we're oh, man. So we're sitting here, and that's why I don't want to hear this Glazers out nonsense. They're putting money into the club. They're doing what they have to do to make sure the team does well. So if the money's being spent improperly, that's not on the Glazers. That's not their fault. If we're getting the wrong people, that's not on the Glazers. It's on the manager who wants his old Ajax guys to come onto the squad. So cut that crap out. But as I was saying, we still have a chance. Trying to get positive vibes today. I'm not trying to get upset, but it's tough. Cause like I said, so it's not too late. We're close to the top 4. Cause right now that's all our goal. Forget about any trophies. We're not gonna obviously out the Champions League in a couple of weeks. So we need to focus on just getting into the top 4 and building from there. As I said a few weeks back, the top teams are gonna tumble. Liverpool has struggled the last couple of games. Arsenal got hit with a couple of injuries and caught an L. The last 2 games when things got a little bit tougher for them, they scraped out a point, and they also lost to Newcastle. So we fully expect them to come back into reality. The Spurs, What did I tell you guys? The Spurs are going to be the Spurs. In a big development. Breaking news: James Madison's out for 3 months. You don't want anyone to celebrate someone's injury, but this is what we needed. So I believe the Spurs are going to come back down to reality. So that I think Liverpool has enough good coaching to be the second best team, but they still have a couple of flaws. Nunes is playing well, man. He learned English, bro, and he learned how to score. He's playing well, bro. Those ESL classes are working for him, bro. But I think they're starting to click and figure things out and get their team together. Trent, I don't know what's up with Trent. He's not playing well. I don't know what it is with him. Maybe he got too begin to believe the press clippings and got prideful and not really focused. But it's been kind of weird with Trent. But I love their coach. And I trust their coach to basically have these guys do their thing and maybe be in the top 4. Arsenal, there's talent there, but I think the goalkeeping situation is going to be an issue, and there's injuries. Partey's a big loss. I think Partey's out for the rest of the calendar year. He's a big loss for the team. But I think they have, and Odegaard's hurt too, which is their I think probably their best player. No, I think Rice is their best player right now, playing the best right now. And I think they have Jesus out, Partey out, Odegaard out, 3 main pieces of their puzzle. So funny to see. We'll see how they'll navigate that difficult time and that crazy time with all these injuries. So like I said, that leaves at least one open spot. And it could be 2. If Arsenal falters with all these injuries and all this adversity, it might be 2 open spots. But I'm guessing it's going to be 1 because the Spurs are going to fall out. And between Newcastle, forget Brighton, between Newcastle, I believe in Emery and Villa. Between Newcastle, Villa, Man U, and the Spurs for that last spot. And Chelsea's playing better. I hate to keep bringing up coaching, but that's the one thing that's the difference. Chelsea, though, they have been in disarray for about 18 months now, but now their coach has an identity, and you see what he's trying to do. Our coach has no identity. Mind you, Chelsea has had injuries and a lot of adversity as well, so I don't want to hear this crap. But their identity is their identity. So I think that this is important for them to check out. So, like I said, with these things and us finding ways to win and getting 3 points in these games, we still have an opportunity to compete for a top 4 spot. This is why it's important to fire this coach now. I'm torn. Should we lose this game and then get this coach out? Because with this new regime coming in next week, supposedly, it might be a good opportunity for them to get their own guys into here, because he may cost us the top 4. He already cost us the Champions League. He may cost us a top 4 with his stupid decisions and starting Johnny Evans and Maguire and have Eriksen and McTominay in the midfield. Stupidness, bro. Stupidness. So I think that is our chance. This is our chance. Keep winning, figuring things out, picking up points, and hoping the teams above us lose. And it continues this Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. I think that's the biggest game of this week for me. The game I'm most looking at. Chelsea Man City will be a good game to watch. Outside of that, it's just to see how the teams navigate. I want to see how Arsenal plays, how well they play. It is just Burnley, but again, just to see how they navigate all that's going on. Same thing with the Spurs. It's the Wolves, but just to see how they deal with adversity. That's the knock on these teams from London, for Arsenal and the Spurs, that they're front runners. They're a bunch of Marcus Rashfords. When things are going well, they play well. But when things are going bad, they have a difficult time with dealing with adversity. So this is a good chance to see how well they're able to, though again, it's just Burnley, but it's good to see how teams navigate those type of type of issues. And then we go into the international break, and then the first game off of that break is going to pop off the 25th. It's going to be Man City Liverpool Saturday morning 7:30. I love these Saturday morning games because a lot of these big games you find them on Sundays, and I'm in church. I think I have the group chat spoil it for me as people are crying or whining or see scores and atting me and different stuff, or I get notifications on my phone, on my iPad while I'm preaching, which is the worst. Like the Man U Arsenal game, I was sitting there preaching, getting the notifications of goals and whatnot on my iPad. So I'm trying to keep calm while seeing Declan Rice score and stuff like that. But outside of that, we're doing strong, we're doing well. Let's see how that goes on and see what happens, not only Saturday, but then next week. If this new regime comes in, are there going to be any changes that goes on? American football, NFL, I'm going to spend 30 seconds on that because it's a week. The Giants, preview of the Giants, they're going to get slapped up because they're playing the Cowboys and they suck. But there's no other big games, man. Probably the best game to me, Jacksonville and San Fran. San Fran off a bye. Want to see how San Fran is. But it's a lot of questions. This week was bad. That game last night was the Panthers Bears. Oh my God, disgusting. And that's how the rest of the games followed. So I won't spend too much time on that. I really wanted to focus on the EPL and what the Red Devils are doing, what we're doing, what's ahead of us in our plan to make it to the top 4 in the Salad Jar season. Tell me what you think. Don't forget to share this in your group chat. Follow, support, comment, give ratings, whatever you got to do. Just keep on supporting this. Thank you for what you've done so far. Thank you for listening. God bless you guys. Peace.